Welcome, Cancer and Cancer Cross Watchers, to your reading for this week. Hope you guys are all having a great week. Cancer. So we have the Three of Pentacles here. It kind of feels like, Cancer, you may be... Someone is trying to offer you something, and I feel like you're not really buying it, but it's almost like you know that it's targeted at someone that you care about. And I feel like you may be feeling like it's gone too far, that whatever they're offering the person that's important to you is already, like, they've already kind of bitten, if you will. What's this person offering? We have the Nine of Cups reversed here. They're offering like an easy way out, it feels. It's almost, may not be the actual situation, but it's almost like if your person, the person that's important to you, is going through something really emotionally difficult or challenging, this person may be offering them a way out of that. Like, oh, just deal with it this way. And I feel like you're looking at it like it's almost like it's a roundabout way. For some of you, you may feel it doesn't really even make sense. It's almost like you may know that this person is like a charlatan, if you will. And I feel like you're looking at them trying to figure out, like, does this person believe their own nonsense? Do they actually believe this? Or is this, do they know that what they're selling are, BS? Here's the thing. What I'm seeing is that this person, the person that's important to you, they may feel like the decision that they're making is actually going to be good for both of you. And you're thinking like, oh, this is not going to be good. It could also involve like letting someone into your life that you are very skeptical of. And here's the thing, is that your person thinks that this charlatan is actually very well-meaning, and they seem to... You may be with somebody that like chooses to see the best in people all the time, which is like obviously that's a great, characteristic to have. But I feel like sometimes it's almost like in wanting to believe in other people and like support them and that sort of stuff, I feel like sometimes this person does get, or at least they may appear on the outside to get taken in by people. I want to say that they actually aren't. I feel like the longer this person, the charlatan person, talks, the more your person is kind of like, oh yeah, this is a bad idea. You know what I mean? It's almost like the more exposure to this person or idea, the more the both of you are kind of like, this is... It's almost like... the two of you seem to be waiting for something. It's almost like you're waiting for this person to finish their spiel before you can kind of like politely excuse yourselves and get away. And what about Cancer? Oh, you're... Oh, I actually feel like whereas your person is kind of like, you know what, this is too much. I feel like the more this person talks, the angrier you get. It's that feeling where it's like, Maybe you know someone that has been taken advantage of in a similar fashion. I don't believe that it was this person that did it, but it was someone like this. I'm hearing like some zealot. And I feel like, and it's almost like as this person is talking, you're looking at them thinking like, is this how they approached, my person that got taken advantage of? Is this the kind of nonsense that was coming their way? And I feel like there's this instinct to allow all of your frustration at the other person come out on this charlatan. And I feel like, I'm kind of feeling like some of you might end up telling them off. You certainly want to. I feel like for those of you that don't, you actually end up pitying them. It's like, if looks could kill. That's kind of the energy that almost like shooting daggers out of your eyes over there. And this person does not pick up on it at all. It's almost like they're looking at it thinking like, oh, Cancer must be thinking about something else. Why is this important? So we have the Ten of Cups reversed. With the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Cancer, I feel like there's something that's really potent about this situation with this charlatan and you and your person, that it actually seems like it could have an effect on the two of you if you allow it. And let me flesh that out a little bit. Because the two of you have such different ways to approach this and such different feelings towards the person and what they represent, I feel like if you're not aware of this, it could cause like an argument on the way home, with you feeling like this person, your person, should have just shut it down, and why were they listening, and you can't even entertain that. And I feel like your person, it doesn't feel like they would get necessarily angry at you back, but it would make them feel very like alone and make them shut down emotionally. And I feel like it would start to cause a rift between the two of you. It would it's almost like it would make them feel like they couldn't be open with you emotionally, and it would just cause them to shut down. And I feel like you may be so incensed at the nonsense that this person brings or it's possible that may happen, that despite being usually very perceptive, your preoccupation with the charlatan may cause you to not catch this as it's going until it gets a little bit further than you would like, because I feel like the last thing that you want your person to think is that you don't care about them, right? So, any advice? Any advice for Cancer? We have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Swords is where you're at, and the Queen of Cups is the advice. So I feel like there's this this energy to kind of mask what you're really feeling, which is very interesting, because there was another read this week where it talked about taking, like, that you have to take the mask off. I think it was Aquarius. Anyway, I digress. Cancer, I feel like you have to really tap into that that like loving parental energy that you have, because I feel like in that, if you tap into that kind of natural energy that you have, it may actually help you to feel some compassion for this charlatan, to the extent that it doesn't come between you and your person. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like how the cards were saying at the beginning that you may get into an energy where you feel like you kind of pity this person. And I feel like the way to get there, not that, you know, that's a goal ever when you're interacting with someone, but I feel like to avoid this situation taking a hard left turn, that may be a really, it might be like an easy option. It almost feels really natural to you. It feels like when you do this, you may have done it before, or if you haven't, this is kind of the start of you kind of tapping into this, not reaction necessarily, but this, I guess, you know, of dealing with things. I wanted to say like a coping mechanism, but it's not one of those negative ones. It's, you know, kind of malformed out of trauma. It feels like this is one that you are choosing to develop, if that makes sense. I feel like when you do that, you actually seem to kind of like escape into almost like a daydreamy world while this person keeps talking. And that actually seems to make things go very, very differently. So instead of you being angry and that anger being misdirected, I actually feel like your person confirms to you that they also feel that this person was a charlatan. And I feel like it actually ends up I want to just say bringing you closer, but it doesn't feel like it's quite that big. It feels more that it would be the two of you seem to, you feel like you understand each other better and that you're on the same page, feeling more like united. So, Cancer, I think I'll leave it there. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful. I love you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.